Good evening and welcome to Be Inspired with Pepe Minambo. Another great evening of inspiration and just thought-provoking insight. As I always say, the people you meet, the books you read, the places you go, they shape your life, they change your life. Over this past weekend, I was somewhere with some gentlemen. I'm part of a group that we walk every weekend just to keep healthy. And as we were walking, I had very interesting conversations. My good friend and mentor, Mr. Fabian Kasi, shared with us some very insightful stuff that I thought I should share with you tonight. He talked about economics, and I came to understand, according to principles of economics, to be happy in life, you need about 3 factors to be in place. The first factor, you must have self-esteem. You must believe in yourself. The second factor is the locus of control, the freedom of choice, the ability to choose your own path, to set your own goals, to dream freely. But then the last part is money. You can't be happy in life if these 3 dynamics are not in place. Without self-esteem, without the locus of control or the freedom of choice, and without finances, happiness becomes a fantasy, an illusion. So, how did the wealthiest got to where they got? That is the conversation tonight. How the wealthiest got to where they are today. What did it take them to become that wealthy? Is it that they were more confident than the regular and average person? Is it that they set their own pace and made their own choices and never allowed circumstances or fate or economies or dynamics to decide what they became in life? Or is it that money just came their way? So tonight we're going to look at really what makes the wealthy wealthy, what makes the powerful powerful, what makes the more fulfilled fulfilled. Don't forget, self-esteem, locus of control or freedom of choice, and then finances. Is there happiness in life without money? That's debatable. A question for another day. My wife recently reminded me about a quote I learned many years ago. And the quote is that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And tonight, we are going to talk about how the wealthiest got to where they are. And in my conversation again with the gentleman over the weekend, my good friend and mentor, Mr. Kasi, again brought in a very insightful piece of conversation when he said there are laws of power in this world, and one of them is called the law of legacy. And in the law of legacy, they say, when you hit personal milestones, for example, you get promoted or you wanted to build a house and you clear and finish the house, that is called achievement. But then if you influence other people to also reach their goals and fulfill their targets and hit certain milestones in life, that is called success. And the third dimension of legacy is when you and those people together, you achieve certain milestones, it's called sustainability. But then if the followers, the people that you influence, are able to go on their own and achieve big milestones without you, that is called legacy. Wow. Never came across such an insightful reflection. If I achieve my personal goals, that's just personal achievement. But if I help others achieve their personal goals, then I become successful. If together with those followers, we go ahead and do even bigger things, that is called sustainability. But then if those followers would go ahead to achieve more things without me, that is legacy. So let's talk about how the wealthiest got where they are or where they got. I want to talk tonight about the 5 types of pitching. On this show, several times I've talked about nobody has a money problem in this world. It's always an idea problem, and the right idea will always attract money. And that has been true in my life. All my life, I've known that no one has money problem. If someone came to you and say, I got money problem, no, they are lying. They don't have money problem. They just have ideas problem. The right idea will tap into money. I did a series on this show, the 10 places where money hides, and one of the places where money hides is money hides in ideas. Now, I've been doing a radio show this whole week with these two great people that I met just this week, Gaetano and Lucky. And when I mentioned on the show that the 10 places that where money hides, and Gaetano said the 11th place is money hides in your wife. So that one I didn't mention on the show. So now I know women can have money, they can save, on a bad day, bad weather day, when you thought the whole family was broke, but they had something that they saved. So money hides also in your wife. That was by the way. But let's get back to our serious conversation. I say, no one has money problem, always an idea problem. But it has proven to be not really right. People have ideas. People have amazing ideas on how to create jobs. People have amazing ideas on how to transform their life, even how to relocate from here to overseas and live there, how to produce movies, how to build businesses and create ventures and become wealthy and billionaires. People have ideas. So initially I thought no one has money problem, it's an idea problem. Then I've come to realize, no. Most people don't have idea problems. People have ideas. Even the guy who sells charcoal by the roadside, the guy who is hawkering on the highways, let me tell you, had you gotten into their mind to find out about their ideas, you'll be surprised. The dream living on Naguru Hill, the dream driving the best and latest Port Range Rover or Vogue autobiography, the dream taking their kids to Barcelona to go and watch football live, the dream going to Honolulu, to Bahamas, to Mauritius. They have ideas. No one has idea problem. The biggest problem is how will you make that idea to be bought by the right people? The biggest problem could be just pitching the idea the right way to the right people. So tonight, I'll talk about the 5 types of pitching. Anyone who became wealthy, became powerful at some point in their life, they had to pitch. Pitch a project, pitch a product, pitch a concept, pitch an idea, pitch a solution, pitch a job. They pitched in somehow, somewhere, and somehow. So let's talk about the 5 types of pitching that really get people on top of their game. The first type of pitching is known as the investor pitch. The investor pitch simply says, look here, the world is funny. You got someone with so much brilliant ideas, but no money. You got another person with so much money, but not many ideas. So these two fellows have to connect. And never say there is no money. No, someone told me, Pepe, when you say there is no money, you are not being honest, you are being dishonest. Say, there is no money in my pocket. There is no money in my bank account. Because I'm telling you, in this town, in this region, in this world, there are people with money, they have no idea what to do with money. Talk about investment, they've invested in anything possible that you could possibly think about. I know guys who work for hedge funds, guys who work for venture capitalists, guys who work for foundations, they work for agencies. They've been given billions and money that they have to dish out. And there are no credible ideas, there are no credible ventures to pick on that money. So never say there is no money. Say there is no money in my pocket, in my bank account, in my savings. Because there is enough money in the world to make everyone very wealthy and very rich. What is the problem? The problem is most people don't know how to pitch. They don't just know how to present their ideas. So the first type of pitching is known as the investor pitch. Many years back, I watched a program on television for long. It was known as the Dragon Den. The Dragon Den was this program hosted by billionaires who had enough money but nowhere to put the extra money. And they invited regular people to come and pitch ideas. Trust me, in that program, people walked in broke and they walked out as millionaires in dollars. Because your ability to pitch and to pitch to investors the right way guaranteed you fortune, guaranteed you investment. So the first step of pitching is investors pitch. You could be having this small business, this small hustle, as we call it around here. But then there are people that could invest in your hustle, invest in your venture, and turn it around, take it to the region, to the continent, and even global. But then if you can't pitch successfully, it becomes an issue. We just had an event about 2 weeks ago at the Kampala Serena Hotel on public speaking, get a seat at the front table, the power of public speaking for career advancement and business growth. And the theory was, one of the ways of advancing your cause in life is polishing your public speaking skills. Your ability to pitch and to pitch well will open doors faster for you than securities. You go to a bank, they ask you for securities. You go to borrow somewhere, they ask you for security. You have no security. They are no better securities as a businessman than the ability to pitch to investors. Name for me a billionaire that became a billionaire in this world without the ability to pitch to investors. In fact, Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of the 21st century, says one of the things that transformed his life, both as a family man and as an investor, was public speaking. He took a lesson on public speaking and he was able to convince his wife. He was able to convince investors to invest in his company. And the company became the biggest investment portfolio company in the world. So investors pitch. Stop dreaming small. Stop thinking small. You don't need to have all the money in the world. You don't need to have all the connections in the world to become wealthy and to go on top of your game. All what you need is know-how, how to pitch to the right people. So this August, I'll be teaching people on just the critical skills of public speaking, on how to influence decisions, shape perspectives, and convince and get buy-in and create enthusiasm with the right stakeholders. So we'll go on a break and we'll be right back to take on the rest of the types of pitching. God bless you.